we came across a video posted by Amit Malviya, the BJP IT cell head, with the claim that Pakistan Zindabad slogans were raised in Bharat Jodo Yatra. A video doctored by Dirty Tricks Department of the BJP is doing the rounds to discredit the highly successful Bharat
ये कोई मुझे लगता है ये लाइव का नहीं है. Somebody has
privately
shot this.
Amit is 20 seconds. This is a 34-second video.
See, this is the one, right?
हाँ, but
This is Rahul Gandhi.
हाँ, the guy was here.
Yeah.
I saw this guy, but can you play? लेकिन बॉल से
Sound volume.
We are trying to get into the bottom of this and get the original video, analyze what the slogan may be. We don't know what the slogan is at this point in time. So this is a story which is work in progress. Propaganda on social media and misinformation were weaponized to create very, very dangerous narratives. Individuals have been targeted, organizations have been targeted.
But that is when probably Pratik came up with the idea. Maybe we have to have a website wherein we have all this fact checks done.
On I think 31st of July 2016, a march was announced that people will march from Ahmedabad to Una. So as part of that, my mother and I, we walked 10 days from Ahmedabad to Una. And yeah, that was definitely a changing point in my life because I hadn't done something like that before. I thought I could use my skills to do something more where there's a larger societal benefit. So I think it was on the 5th day of Una when I decided that I don't want to be a full-time software engineer anymore.
I also was working in a software company which was a little more comfortable. I could take my family outside other countries. So leaving all that, convincing was a little tricky part because by then we didn't know where we were heading. We did not have any finances, and again it took me some 6 more months. I could convince my wife, I could not convince my parents, but they could not stop me actually. It was only me and him who started. Then we tried to reach out to people who we follow on Twitter, asking them, why don't you help us? Like, it's just two of us and we are not journalists and we don't know how to do a few things.
तो ऑल्ट न्यूज़ आप शायद जानते हैं कि ऐसे जो फेक न्यूज़ है, मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन है, इसके खिलाफ काम करते हैं. इसीलिए हम आपको फ़ोन कर रहे हैं कि आप बता पाएंगे कि इसमें कुछ मतलब धर्म का, रिलीजन का कुछ इसमें कारण है? नहीं, मैं आपका नाम, मुझे आपका नाम.
Alt News monitors information on social media and tries to tell people what is authentic, what is not authentic, what is true, what is false, what is misleading. That is how we started. That is our primary thing. The second thing that we do, and which we are doing more and more, is we look at mainstream media and we look at what is the misinformation they are putting out, what is the problematic content that we are putting out.
Pratik, the story is ready from my side.
It is Trump who popularized the phrase fake news, but we don't typically want to use the phrase fake news. We use two terms, misinformation and disinformation. I would say the largest majority of people, probably 90% plus, are people who are consuming and sharing misinformation. They don't know that this is false. And there are the small percentage, 5 to 10%, who know something is false, that is, it is, and they still want to share it. And those are the people who are putting out disinformation.
And as soon as I get up, I'm always on the phone, even on the bed. I always have this in mind. We have a meeting at around 11:30. So I'll have to have at least one story, if there's one, at least a story, so that I can assign it to people there in a team.
I think what makes us a good team is number one, we complement each other's skills. I have a certain set of skills, he has a certain set of skills. Some of those skills are common. I was recently taught this dish by someone. So basically, you have this base of curd with garlic and spring onion and some salt and pepper, and then you put sunny side eggs on top of it, and then you garnish it with some butter and chili flakes. Any independent media organization in India is under a constant threat right now, but there's a constant legal threat, constant threat of raids and all of this.
बहुत मुश्किल था ना, जो चीज़ हमें इसको फंसाए थे 6-7 केस बना के उसके ऊपर जो उसे परेशान करे.
23 days for what? 23 days for tweeting a clip of a movie, and 1983 movie tweeted in 2018 with the claim that it is disturbing public disorder in 2022. That is why he went to jail.
क्या करें, हमने वही परेशानी 15-20 दिन हो गए. आज क्या करें, कल क्या करें, इधर से न्यूज़ भी कुछ भी नहीं मालूम होती. हमारे हस्बैंड भी बहुत रोकते थे, मैं भी रोकती थी.
The moment Zubair was arrested, it was no longer just national news. The world was talking about it.
सबका साथ था हमारे पास, सबसे ज़्यादा प्रतीक का, उनकी अम्मी का.
In an important development, the Supreme Court today ordered the release of Alt News co-founder Mohamed Zubair on interim bail in all 6 FIRs registered by the UP police over his tweets.
क्लास में मिले थे बाहर.
क्लास मिले कुछ लेकर थे.
Why arrest him on bogus charges? Number one is to warn us that look, we can do this to you. And second, it was a massive fishing expedition to find अच्छा कहीं गलती किया है ये लोगों ने.
This is the breakthrough moment. This is the police vehicle on fire.
We are constantly surrounded by hate, by misinformation. It's not a space where, in terms of the work we do, we always have to face the dark side of the society.
I remember in 2017 or 18 there was one incident where a woman was beaten up mercilessly. She was actually lynched to death, and it was so bloody, the video. I think me and Pratik had watched it probably more than 100 times just to find a little clue about the video. So after two odd days, like I probably fell ill. Many youngsters in our team would want break, at least if they see such videos for a long time. We've been planning this outing probably from a year or so. The work, as you said, it's so toxic. Why not take a break for a day or two and leave all the mobiles, leave all the work, and then probably go outskirts and have a good trip away from Twitter, especially away from Twitter.
Your smile is only, further amplifying the atmosphere. No, ducks.
Edible ducks. Ducks तो edible ही होते हैं.
Mental health in India costs a lot, and we are a non-profit organization, and we can only afford so much.
I've also been asked to be on the stage. So
Nice.
this is the first time, so I don't know how.
The first time in Kolkata or first time on stage?
No, first time on stage in front of so
Really?
many audience. Yes, I've never been. I always avoid this.
You
it
are
was
a
Pratik.
celebrity, you are a superstar.
They've made me one, but I'm not.
So Pratik, Sinha, Mohamed, Zubair. Pratik received so many threats এই কাজটা করার জন্য, এবং ওনাকে এই কাজ বন্ধ করতে বলা হয়েছে, আর জুবেরকে তো জেলেই ঢুকিয়ে দিয়েছিল। আমরা প্রথমে প্রতীক সিনহার থেকে শুনে নেব যে কিভাবে আমরা ফ্যাসিজমকে রুখবো।
What is the biggest thing that is happening right now, day in and day out? Right now, day in and day out, the Muslim person next to you is being villainized, and
it is very important that the work gets recognized, not just because it is good work, but recognition leads to more people, more eyeballs, more people knowing that alternatives exist, following it.
मुझे एक वहाँ पे जेल इनमेट ने बोला, आप जुबैर भाई आप आने के बाद ऐसा हुआ कि बहुत सारे ऐसे जो इलीगल चीज़ें होती थी ये ख़त्म हो गई. उनको लगा कि अगर ये बंदा वापस बाहर छूटेगा ही तुरंत, जैसे ही छूटेगा ये पूरा जेल वालों को एक ट्वीट करके जेल वालों को एक्सपोज कर देगा, तो एटलीस्ट ये सब करना बंद कर देंगे, एटलीस्ट टिल ही इज़ हियर.
আমাদের সময় শেষ.
We never expected that alt news would become such a big brand, right?
I'm not used to this.
Why don't you send me an email? My email is
And also to you, congratulations on your bail.
the damage is still there. The society is still degrading every single day. It is becoming more hateful, more divisive. But we are slowing down the process, and that is why fact-checking is important. That is why working on hate speech is important. That is, it slows down the degradation of the society as it is happening today.